Yes! Here we go!
All right. In light of the essay topics that we'll discuss later on, which will include Yay, Bauer, and of course, Dak Prescott, I found a
Ooh.
very interesting Reddit topic.
Mm.
And I'm going to show the banner now. Has Me Too ruined dating? This is a question that was posed on a space in Reddit. And I quote, I really don't get it. Me Too is about SA. It shouldn't affect anyone's dating life because they shouldn't have been doing that in the first place. That referring, of course, to
Mhm.
SA. But I see men everywhere, even on supposedly progressive spaces, basically saying that poor young men these days don't know what to do anymore in the modern dating scene now that Me Too happened. It seems to be the consensus among men on Reddit as well. Just look at the comments on this thread. I'm gonna go to the do those comments in a while. Like, I get that the Redditors are socially inept, but surely there's a
Wait a
chasm.
second. Is that a shot? Continue.
That's a shot. That's a shot on Reddit. But anyway,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
surely, but surely there's a chasm of difference between normal dating behavior and SA. Now,
Mm.
I'm gonna go to the comments that she was referring to. Well, I think it's a she. Uh, the original post has been deleted, and so there's no
Mhm.
story, but the comments are still there.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna just mention a few. One of them says, "Yeah, I've been 80% sure that someone is flirting with me, but I will never say anything because I don't want to look like an overeager creep." Yeah, that's someone
Mm.
that's basically saying, referring, of course, to the Me Too era. Another one saying, "Shockingly, I like you, and I'm totally flirting with you now." Worse on like 99% of the guys. A person asks, "What's up with the 0.1% of guys?" The answer, they believe she's joking. And of course, because they believe she's joking, they're not gonna make a move. Another person said, um, yeah, but sometimes it's just hard to interpret. I was at a clinic a few months ago and the nurse and receptionist started commenting on my height. I responded, well, it's easier to do dishes and general everyday stuff because everything is designed for short people. Well, the nurse said an offhand comment about how short people have an easier time fellatiouing. And then
Oh,
it
wait.
went back
Oh,
and forth. And then it went back and forth between the nurse and receptionist about the romantic benefits, so intimacy benefits of height or lack thereof. The nurse was short and the receptionist was tall. I couldn't understand if they were flirting with me or trying to make me blush or one upping each other. It was insane to me, and I couldn't make heads, no pun intended, or tails about it, and so on and so forth.
do
Right?
both.
Okay. So those were the comments basically just in general
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
she was referring to. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back now to the original comment, reaction to the original post.
Yeah.
A woman says, Me Too has not ruined dating. Men who act like Me Too ruined dating have ruined their own dating lives by outing themselves to the women around them. Another person says, literally the epitome of, and I quote, I'm sorry, dude, but you really have brought this on yourself. Yeah, like, I'm so sad I can't just do and say stuff she doesn't feel comfortable with anymore because social media means women can tell people, wow, I don't know what it means. It's not the best look, lads. Another person. So many men have not been raised to be emotionally intelligent and empathetic, which causes issues. It isn't always their fault, but they tend to end up blaming the wrong things. Last one. This is absolutely true. Since emotional intelligence and empathy are some of the main skills actually needed in office style workplaces with mixed ages and sexes, which is what a lot of people do now instead of farming and ish. Those men are okay, so basically saying that there are more people working, of course, in more interaction between men and women on the work in workplaces instead of the farms. Those men are at a major disadvantage. They make it worse by gaming and basement dwelling, which ends up giving them worse social skills and anxiety. Somehow, women and feminists get blamed, though. LOL. It's basically what the reactions were in this case. So, KR, your thoughts?
I'll start by saying this. Being emotional has nothing to do with having a high EQ. Let's start there. It's quite the
Being
opposite.
emotional. Can you repeat that? Being emotional
Being emotional has nothing to do with
would
having
have
a
an.
high EQ.
Okay,
Actually, it's
explain.
the opposite.
Okay, please explain.
No, I'm not going to explain it. If you don't understand that, it's over for you at that point.
Okay.
Over. It's over. Most of the people think, well, I'll give you. Most of the people think because you're emotional, you have high EQ. That doesn't mean
Mhm.
having a high EQ is understanding emotions and not having to react every time to anything.
Yeah.
But that's
So
another thing.
controlling your
Controlling
emotions
and understanding emotions.
yeah. So understanding the emotions and controlling the emotions, not letting your emotions control you. And you're
Yes.
saying emotional is
Understanding
when
on the other emotion is
yeah.
people are just emotional about anything. They
So they're
turn emotions, they use emotions for whatever. But I'm just
okay.
responding to the last part of that
Okay,
thread.
clear. Okay.
I'll go back to the main part. I think the reason why people are very careful about this stuff is that it has been, and I think men have seen it multiple times in the last, I think, 3 to 4 years,
Mhm.
that the movement has been weaponized. Um, um, and people have been blamed for essay stuff while it wasn't even essay. I think one of the most prominent cases was, and that wasn't literally essay, that he was actually accused of domestic abuse, was the actor Johnny Depp, where you're being accused of something and then pictures so totally different, the whole story is totally different. But I think the weaponization that has led to men being more careful about the situation, which means that if men are more careful, they won't be the one who will put their put the neck out there, because they don't want to get. The thing is this, right? If you get an essay
Charge?
accusation, not even a
Mm.
charge, it
Accusation,
can
yeah.
ruin your reputation.
It can.
It can, and your professional reputation, because let's say if you
Yeah.
make a move, and this is how this it's just simple. It doesn't have to be malignant by the person who's accusing you. But let's say, for example, the guy is talking to those nurses, and he says something that they don't like. It turns into something that they're gonna post it on social media. This guy, and they happen to take a picture of you, and now your picture is out there, and you're being accused of talking crazy.
Yeah.
There is always a thin line, and I think that's the thing why certain people, I'm not saying all guys, certain people are choosing to not um, be proactive in this in dating, or at least during a dates. I mean,
Yeah.
she might like you, you might misinterpret what she's saying. You might think she likes you, then you misinterpreting, and then you're making a move, and then she gets the ick.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, you wait a second. And there is a lawsuit that's going on about, what's the Facebook website? There's a Facebook group where they are posting, I think it's called
I don't know about it.
Are We Dating the Same Person, or something like that.
Okay. Okay.
Where women are posting and asking with pictures, have you dated this guy? Do you know him? Then they review the guy on the page. The guy
Wow.
sued a couple of women. He sued a couple of men because according to him, it was slander. So
Wow.
I'll try to find it real quick.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this, KR. What you said about weaponizing the movement, the Me Too movement. I think that's the issue, right? We talked in the past in a couple of shows about instances where men were falsely accused.
Yeah.
And what do we always say, KR? We always say that unfortunately, the people that suffer due to these practices are the real victims in situations like this. So to me, it seems like the it seems to me like the is that a group?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we dating the same guy? So this guy
Uh,
sued 10 women for defaming him online. And basically
yeah.
those groups are based on um, people reviewing their experiences with certain guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So the weaponization, so the weaponization of the Me Too movement, that's the problem. We're going to talk about some example, or at least not even examples, really real world situations in a few. So but those aren't the first ones. And dating, I do believe that men and women are, especially let's say millennials, the younger generation, have less social skills
Yes.
than let's say the older generations. Because, for example, the boomers they were forced to just approach the man was forced to approach the woman, and the woman was also uh, expecting to be approached if a man liked her. But nowadays, the woman can just record herself or take pictures of herself, put it on IG, get a bunch of likes, and that would be her validation. And what do
Mhm.
guys do? Guys slide in DMs. So it's on both sides. You know how many people, KR, younger generation, people from the young generation or generations are afraid to pick up phone calls? They want you to text. They
Mhm.
don't what they just get anxious by calling. So there are a lot of things that play a role in situations like this. And I believe what we need to take into account is that everyone is suffering. So it's like it's the everyone is suffering due to the lack of social skills, and everyone is also suffering due to the weaponization of the Me Too movement. So
Mhm.
if we can enter into dialogue with one another and try to solve the problem, then I believe it would be great for everyone. Because I do think that there are it's like outliers, right? It's like all the stories we hear about are outliers. We've heard stories of a man and a woman, college students, going to party, both getting drunk,
Uh-huh.
having witnesses that both were drunk, when going home with each other, having being intimate with each other, and the next day the woman wakes up and realizes that she was drunk,
Regrets
and
it.
then says, hey, I didn't want to do it actually, and so went filed a complaint. The student was kicked out of school, but they were both drunk. So
Mhm.
I mean, there comes a point in time where those type of actions will have negative consequence. In any case, guys, let us know in the comment section what you think about this whole situation, whether you agree or disagree with our takes. Do you agree that the Me Too movement has ruined dating? This is an open platform, so please feel free to let us know your thoughts and opinions. With that being said, we can move to the next segment. Yes, yes. As you guys know, this is the segment of the Double Touch Show where we welcome you and remind you to remember to subscribe, engage with us, comment, let us know your thoughts and opinions. In our show, we discuss trending topics and try to explore uncommon lessons from commonplace situations. I'm RJ here with KR. In today's show, we're going to talk about Ye, the artist formerly known as Kanye West. We're going to talk about Dak Prescott and Trevor Bauer, and also some other topics in the short thought segment. Today, uh, we're going to move immediately to the next segment. And yeah, we're gonna talk about Ye. In light of some essay, well, not essay,
Well,
not
it was
essay.
in response to an essay situation.
Yeah, it was in response to an essay situation that we're going to talk about. But before we do that, guys, remember, if you haven't done so already, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Rate the show by pressing the like button. Share the video with your friends, family, and enemies, and follow us on our socials. KR?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ye has been named as battery suspect by LAPD after punching a man. And it all started with he put three in his back. Pause.
Energizer Bunny.
Pause. Oh man. Now it all started when Ye, of course, we know Ye is out here having fun with his wife, going to Disneyland. I think it was Disneyland or Disney World. I don't know which one it was. Disneyland. And I mean, you're trying to enjoy off days with your wife, Bianca Sensori. We all know Bianca has an interesting way of dressing. She has been a trendsetter lately, where she is dressing. How do you say that? Leggings with tight pants or whatever. A lot of interesting garments. Um, and during his latest visits in on Disneyland, I think it was Anaheim. Yeah, in Anaheim, California. Um, allegedly, a guy grabbed his wife, and of course, you gotta stand up for your wife, man. The guy assaulted her and shoved his hands under her dress. What are you supposed to do as a man?
You need to
It's your wife.
react. Yeah.
It's your wife. He's lucky it wasn't Diddy. Because otherwise he would have taken Diddy probably would have taken him in the back and show him what
Both of them. The wife and the.
well, no, the wife would have stayed out. The guy would have walked out a bit awkwardly. But no, but all jokes aside. Yeah, so basically what happened according to the whole situation was the guy S8 Kanye's wife, and Kanye then, or Ye, as he's called these days, allegedly hit the unnamed male who was, according to the LAPD, also intoxicated.
Okay.
And they had to bring him to the hospital, not because of the punch to the face, but because of his intoxication.
Yeah.
So he was drunk, point blank. The guy was drunk. He touched upon Kanye's wife and found out that Kanye can throw hands as well. RJ.
Yeah. Now, victim blamers will say she shouldn't have gone out like that. But we are not victim blamers here on the Double Touch Show.
Well, sometimes
I
I
think
am, to be honest.
no,
I've been
but
known
I
to
think,
be
but I think,
victim.
and I think I talked about this in the last show, right? Being drunk is never an excuse for foolery.
Yeah.
So if you are driving and your brake stops working unexpectedly, then hey, those are situations. Yeah. So it's never, ever, ever an excuse, or at least a valid excuse, that can get you out of trouble in the court of law. Being so drunk that they need to take you to the hospital is never an excuse. Now, the question becomes whether Ye acted proportionately, because that's also something we have discussed a couple of shows ago. Self defense is not simply someone's attacking me, I'm gonna hit that person and it's done. We talked about in the last show or the show before that, we talked about the man who was attacked by five young kids, and then he pulled out something. I believe that was a
Poker.
bit a sharp, a poker, and
Not the one attached to your body. I'm
yeah.
just
And although and yo, no, but and remember that he what plays a role in instances like this is, can you did you have the possibility to walk away, you know? So if
no.
the upper, and I don't know what happened there, I don't think we've seen any footage from that day or something of that incident, but if they had the opportunity to walk away and they didn't, then that can be used against Ye in a situation like this. That
Yeah.
being
So
said, but so that's on the legal side. That being said, on a purely practical side, someone
someone has to get slapped.
someone touches your wife
Or girl.
or girl,
Or your sister who's walking with you on Disneyland.
so it's basically yourself. So self-defense can be yourself, other people, or your property, or other people's property. I don't know in which of the four categories Bianca falls, but what I do know,
Yo, this dude, what the heck?
it's a
But
joke.
isn't traditionally the wife the? Oh, then should I?
No, that's
Should
no,
I
that's
go
way
there?
back. No, no. There's a
Okay, okay.
reason. There's a reason why we're here in 2024 and not there. So no, no. But all jokes aside, of course,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you need to react. What and sometimes the reaction. I mean, again, maybe from an ethical perspective, from a non-legal perspective, a moral. Maybe you have like a moral obligation to protect or to defend the integrity of your wife or girlfriend, but even then it should be done proportionately.
No,
So we'll just need to wait and see what
Hadouken,
happens.
Hadouken, the guy, man. If they touch your girl, you're at Disneyland. Either
Yeah.
your girl, someone, a girl that's in your group or whatever, you should respond, man. You should.
Yeah.
It's crazy. If it,
Well, you shouldn't always respond though.
hey, if he meets OJ, he meets OJ. Oh no, I'm just kidding. Well, OJ went out last week, so or he meets Tupac. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not saying you should do that, but you need
Yeah.
to at least open hand.
But KR,
You hear the sound?
do you, but the question is about protecting, right? You said if you're walking with a group and someone,
You
let's
shouldn't jump
say,
them with 10 guys. That's not what I'm saying.
no, but I'm saying, are you going to, let's say you're walking in a group and there are male and female and something, a woman in that group gets approached
Growth.
the wrong way. Yeah, growth
Growth.
or whatever. Yeah. And then you as a man need to step in, but there's a thin line because there are also examples, KR, of women looking for trouble and then the men
Yes.
coming to their defense.
I'm
So there's a difference
not
between you just
jumping out of the
minding
ship.
your, yeah.
Yes.
So there's
Yes.
difference between you just minding your business. But let's say if that woman starts talking trash to another guy,
Hey,
and
hey.
you tell the woman, hey, never mind this.
You're changing the whole scenario.
No, I'm
You're
just not
changing the
all.
whole scenario.
Hey,
Where
I'm
it
a lawyer.
becomes yes,
I'm a lawyer.
you're a lawyer.
So
A good one that is, but okay.
all,
You're changing the scenario. You're making it a interaction where someone is talk and no one is groping a woman who's talking
that's
ish.
true. That's true. But I
Well, they
was
can punch you in the face, but
that that's true. But I was not reacting to that part. I was reacting to you saying if you're within a group and something happens. Everything depends on, let's say, the whole interaction. If
yes, yes, I do agree with you
from
on that.
from the story we read, it doesn't seem like there was any interaction. It just seemed like a man just came in and disrespected Bianca.
Yes.
So that's a different situation. All I'm saying is there's nuances. if you're going to start talking trash and go into someone's face and you tell a woman, hey, never mind, let's go, and the person keeps on talking, sometimes KR, the guy won't slap the woman, he'll slap you. And then
Uh,
it becomes a fight between man
yes,
and
yes. But you should be able to defend yourself as well. Hey man, you should sometimes you just gotta give the guy a Van Gaal nose. You know Van Gaal.
Van Gaal. No, I know
Yeah,
Van
yeah.
Gaal, but
Have you ever seen his nose? For those who don't know, Van Gaal is a well-known uh, uh, soccer trainer, soccer coach who has coached multiple teams in Europe. And I don't know if you ever seen Van Gaal's nose up close, but I'm gonna show
no,
it to you. Shout out to Van Gaal. He's a great trainer, by the way. Manchester United, Bayern München, a lot of. Give him that Van Gaal nose, man.
I truly
Hey.
believe, KR, I truly believe that if there's a hell, you should pray not to get them.
Why? I mean, yeah. Hey, hey, treat my wife wrong. Hey, man, I'm gonna give you a
Ah,
makeover. Go
yeah.
to Dr. Miami. But
Yeah.
Milo, by the way, Milo Yiannopoulos is these days the chief of staff at uh,
Mhm.
at Yeezy or Yee's, Yeezy's chief of staff. He basically released the following. He said, "A stranger grabbed Bianca. Bianca is grossly inadequate as a description of what happened. Bianca was physically assaulted. The assailant didn't merely collide into her, he put his hands under her dress. Directly on her body, he grabbed her waist and spun her around. And then he blew her a kiss. She was battered and sexually assaulted."
Yeah. So in an instance like this, like I said, it doesn't seem like there was any interaction.
Yeah,
They were just minding their business. And I believe that they were minding their business because they're always minding their business.
they are. Yeah.
Whether there are paparazzis around, people taking pictures and stuff, they're just doing their thing. So I do believe that they were just minding their business when that happened. Hey, as I said, legal. I'm a lawyer, so of course, a lot of my takes uh, have that part. So that always bring that part, that legal part. But I also always say that the law is a set of rules to help keep society under control and not to avoid that people or at least society will resort to chaos. However, just because something is legal doesn't mean that it's morally correct in a specific situation. And just because something is illegal doesn't mean that it's morally incorrect in a situation. Because morality and ethics, for example, those are all separate bodies of uh, principles, right? So, in any case,
Real
I
quick.
think, yeah, continue.
No. You think? Close it
Yeah,
out.
I think I I I wouldn't say that what he did was right or not, yay, but it's very understandable.
Let's go right away into Yeezy working on pod shipping. There has been a lot of critique lately about the shipping of Yeezy merch and products that have been sold during the Super Bowl and after. The pod was kind of the biggest item during those sales, the $20 everything sales, and all these pods have had a lot. I mean, all the orders in general have had a major delay. People have been waiting 2 to 3 months now, or maybe sometimes four, for their pod or their merch. And Yeezy just dropped last Friday. He sent all the people who ordered a message, a picture of them working. Said Yeezy shipping and receiving update. Thank you for continuing support. With you, none of this would have been possible. Would be possible. We are committed to hands-on customer service and to bring you in on the progress we are making to speed up delivery. We are currently receiving and shipping out 10,000 to 15,000 pairs of Yeezy pods daily. And then they also say, oh no, I think it's this one. And they say it here: deliveries are packed and shipped within 24 hours frame. We understand your frustrations and concern, but please know that the team has been working tirelessly to fulfill remaining orders. We sincerely appreciate your patience and hope we can count on your understanding. I mean, in addition to that, some people already received their pots. Some people,
Oh.
some people also have been commenting on their pots after receiving them.
Oh.
So let's take a
Kai.
look how the pots fit.
Kai Sana.
Yeah, Kai. Let me see it. Can you hear it?
Wait, are these the shit that nigga be walking around in, nigga? Walking around in, nigga? Do he be walking
Fair
around?
use.
Do he be walking around in these bitches? Oh my fucking god! Wait, you supposed to put over the socks? Over the socks?
Is it
Oh,
echoing?
no.
Is it supposed to echo?
Oh, you don't have to.
Not so only the recording is echoing.
The review.
Oh shit! Oh shit! A fast fuck, boy!
Yeah, so that's his review. I guess it's better than last time around.
Yeah, it's comfortable. Well, last time around, KR, that's the only thing he said. He said that the pants were too big. He didn't. Ye took it as a diss, but he was saying the pants were too big, and they were. He tried to put them
If you
on.
don't strap the pants,
If you don't what?
strap the pants. There is a cord.
Yeah, but it was very big here. It seems like
Obviously,
well, you're saying all. So you're saying that
his stuff
all
is
his clothes.
oversized.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
May-
Maybe you're
Maybe
right.
maybe Kai Cenat is too small for for Ye clothing.
Maybe. Yeah. But not the shoes though.
Not the shoes, not the shoes. Well, the shoes seem pretty big as well for his feet, but
Yeah,
eh,
but maybe after last.
I've seen it. I see it because I know how it fits. And his, I think he bought size 2. This seems like size 2. Or again, he's too small for Yeezy stuff. Maybe he wears baby sizing. Anyway, let's close it before this turns into a beef between us and Kai. Shout out to Kai, by the way.
Kaya's. If Kai starts beefing with us, I mean, it's.
We might get some subscribers actually.
But why would he? I mean, he's on that level. I think he's one of the top streamers. He's won awards and stuff. I mean, it would be great, but
It would be great for our brand.
yeah.
It's like Drake. I'm not gonna.
But we
say
don't
it.
beef, so.
Oh, I can beef. Don't worry about that. If it comes about, I'll turn into Rick Ross. Have you seen what Rick Ross did?
What did he do?
In the beef between, I mean, it's the rapper verse these days, right? It's
Everyone's
Drake against everyone, and
Yeah.
then in the latest this Drake also dissed Rick. And to be honest, Rick was the only person who actually responded within 24 hours. In less than 24 hours after Drake dropped his diss track, Rick was in the booth making heat. And
He probably had the He probably recorded 2 weeks ago. He saw the way the music
He saw
industry
where
was
it was
moving.
going. He
He
saw
was
where
like,
this was going. But
let's
it was
bulk it.
this song, and then after he started doing the 50 thing, where he's basically trolling online. I'll send you a couple of videos.
Yeah, do that. Do that.
He's so far he's the winner, I think.
Yeah.
We haven't heard anything of
He hasn't
of
apologized.
who?
Ross.
Kendrick? No, it's not gonna. Oh, Ross, no, he's not gonna apologize. I mean, at this point, your boy is out. He's out of the scope.
Yeah, he did. But he's a chill guy, man. Shout out to J. Cole.
You have to be willing to defend your throne.
Light skin represent,
if
man.
your
We don't
throne
do
is-
those things, man. We don't do those
Well,
things.
you,
Man.
well, you only say. Oh, anyways, I'm not gonna.
We
I'm
don't
gonna
do those things.
disrespect. Well, you don't do it.
We do
The
have
biggest
trolls
guy
in
is doing it. What are you talking about?
what? What did you say?
I guess light skin doesn't battle light skin, but your biggest light skin guy is doing it. What are you talking about?
He's
Drake
half
is
light
the
skinned.
biggest representative.
He's half light skinned.
Well, no, Drake isn't half light skin. Drake is half white and
I'm not gonna say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
by the way, Rick is calling him the white boy. Rick has been calling him the white boy. He even accused him of doing the Michael Jackson.
No.
And by the way, I saw a couple of and then we're gonna go to the next topic because that's also waiting. There are some articles that they are suggesting that it could be true.
Yeah.
They say the nose is a bit different, slightly different.
Yeah, but noses can evolve, right?
Well, did they say that about Michael Jackson? That's you help the evolution as well. You can help the evolution. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, let's go to the next topic, which is Trevor Bauer. Guys, don't forget to, before we start with that topic, don't forget to rate the show by pressing the like button and also follow us on our socials and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're doing so, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go to the next topic. Oh no, it's this one. Woman accused of trying to extort Trevor Bauer, man. Trevor has had a really problematic couple of years. He's been accused of being too aggressive during that's what the guys are talking about. You open the show with that. He's been accused of being too aggressive during
Intimacy.
the act, the intimate act. She liked it. She sent text messages after, and then she accused him of being too rough.
Yeah.
This is the stuff. And then he lost 90 million worth of contract.
Mm-hmm.
Tough. Life can be tough, but it seems like it's turning around for Trevor. Seems like it's turning around. And he's giving us, I think we talked about it before, he's gonna give us some updates on the latest, because apparently it's not one woman.
It's two.
RJ, it's two. We're talking about two women. You want to say something before we show the video?
Well, he said he's turning it around, right? And all I wanted to say is that he seems to be turning it around reputation-wise. The question is whether or not he can turn it around financially, because a 90 million contract is very difficult to come by. And so even if he sues these women successfully, can he get his money back? But let's hear what Trevor has to say.
Chances are he won't, because they're suing him to get some money. So, as they say in certain countries, you can't get any anyway.
One of the women who accused me of sexual assault just got indicted for committing felony fraud against me.
Fair use.
Imagine that. Let me catch up
Yeah.
I said fair use.
Fair use, yeah.
to speed. In the last 3 years, 2 women have taken legal action against me. Lindsay Hill started all of this. You may remember her from this video as the girl who set me up and lied to the world in an attempt to take my money. Well, today, the only other one, Darcy Adana Asimonu, has been criminally indicted for committing felony fraud against me and another man. So now she's facing up to 16 years in prison. Her claims are even more absurd than Lindsay's were. So here's some of the details. We had one plain sexual encounter in December of 2020. Nothing that could be considered remotely rough. She initiated it, but don't take my word for it. Take hers. This is a picture and text message she sent me the next morning explaining why she came on to me. And for months afterwards, she repeatedly requested to sleep with me again. For example, this text from January 7th, 2021. At one point, she even requested a sample of my sperm so she could have my child whenever she wanted to in the future. Now, it's hard to keep track, but she's made at least 4 7-figure demands over the last few years. More than a year.
It wouldn't have been in the future. It would have been now.
No, it's not in the future. It's right here, right now. You know the song? Right here, right now. Yo.
It's like
But it's crazy. Think about it. So this is a woman who had continuously contact and it's gonna explain what she was alluding he did. She's accusing him of doing the let's
Macarena.
not the Macarena, the water week.
Year after the one time we slept together, and only after Lindsay Hill made up her false allegations, Adana retained a lawyer. She then demanded $3.6 million and claimed I forced her to have an abortion, leaving her emotionally devastated.
Like I said, he's being accused of doing the Fresh Prince tour.
Fresh
Prince CEO, the Walter Weeks. Let's continue.
And irretrievably damaged by it. But here's the thing. She never had an abortion because she was never even pregnant. And that's corroborated by her own medical records. When I refused to pay her the $3.6 million she was asking for, she made up a bogus sexual assault claim and filed a civil suit against me. In that version of her story, she claimed, for the first time, by the way, that there was non-consensual sex. But her texts from the next morning show what actually happened. Remember this text in which she explains why she came on to me? She also claims that instead of an abortion, she actually had a miscarriage, but that's impossible, of course, because, again, she was never even pregnant. We now have emails between her and the first 2 law firms that dropped her, in which they acknowledge they never had any evidence to support her claims, but they'll try to get my money anyway. I then shared an audio recording I have in which Adana contradicts her own claims.
Oh, no. No, not my colleagues. Not my colleagues.
They get caught.
So, oh man, that's a bad look for lawyers, man. Bad look for attorneys. Saying that they don't have proof, but they'll try to get his money anyway. Is that did I hear it correctly?
Let me. I'll spit it back.
Oh
Again,
man,
she was never even pregnant. We now have emails between her and the first 2 law firms that dropped her, in which they acknowledge they never had any evidence to.
By the way, this is what it said. To confirm without proof of the abortion or even date of the abortion, we cannot continue to represent you. We urge you to consult with other attorneys who may have different standards.
Okay, great. That's a good look. That's a good look for attorneys. That's what you need to do.
But they'll try to get my money anyway.
Here's the other one. Great. I appreciate your time and input today, and I'm glad we can agree to 750 to 2.5 as settlement bracket. As explained on the phone, we will start high and understand that the lowest you accept is 750. Have a beautiful day, Adana.
But it doesn't really say anything about the pictures here, so
no, it doesn't.
Or at least evidence. Okay, let's move on.
I then shared an audio recording I have in which Adana contradicts her own claims and asks me for money. In the emails, her lawyers agreed that that's insurmountable evidence, and they inform Adana that they can no longer represent her unless she can provide documentation or.
I'm just want to read it. Hi, Adana. As your legal counsel, we have all agreed that the recording is detrimental to your case to the point that we will very likely not be able to continue representation of you on this matter. We are requesting a copy of the recording to verify the authenticity. I know this is difficult news, but without the medical records of your AB and a recording like this is what we feel is unsurmountable. Amy. Okay. Hugs, Amy. Oh, that's a very nice lawyer. Hugs, Amy. Such a nice lawyer.
No, that she is not only nice, she is tactical. Because if you're gonna refuse someone's AB, this is a thing. Amy is a thinking woman, and you get exposed. You still gave her hugs because I'm trying. Hugs say I'm trying, but
All right. That's true. I care, basically.
I care.
All right. Let's continue.
And of course, she couldn't do that. So the law firm urged her to consult other law firms with different standards. Now, Adana has filed more than 10 police
But
reports.
what he's trying to say is, so they already proceeded with the case knowing that there was nothing there, and then when push came to shove, they were like, oh, we cannot continue.
Yeah.
So maybe your initial reaction was correct.
Yes and no, I guess. Sometimes, KR, a case can be very big, but you need to act immediately. So you get some information, you start acting, and the person will tell you, I have this and I have that. Ideally, you won't send anything without the necessary proof, because you need to have you need to be able to support yourself, right? At least you support the claims of your client. However, some instances, or at least some lawyers, what they do is they just send a letter to sue you, just to see how you react, if you react, yes or no. And if you don't react, then they will go and look at the evidence to see whether or not they have enough to build the case against you. So there are lawyers that do work like that. However, in an instance where you're accusing someone of SA or something of that nature, I think let me think one. Another thing that plays a role, KR, is that in situations like this, when there's like when we're talking about SA, when we're talking about graping and those type of things, there are usually no evidence. There's usually no evidence. There are usually no
evidence.
no hard evidence.
Technically, there could be. I mean, the kit.
There could be, exactly, the kit, if you handle immediately.
Yes.
But oftentimes, people will say, "Yeah, I was so overwhelmed. I was so shocked. I didn't know what to do," and so on and so forth. So those are the stories. So it's not uncommon for people not to have proof that it happened. Yes or no? In those type of cases, it's not uncommon to send a claim without having hard evidence. However, from the email, I gather that she told the lawyers that she has evidence, recordings, because they're asking specifically for recordings. And so that's something else, right? Because a lawyer might say, hey, if you have the recordings, that would be great. If you have some picture, hey, that's great, because we have something that we can base our claims on. But it seems like she doesn't. So that's what I gather from the correspondence between the attorneys and Adan, I think her name is. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's continue. Let's see how fast we can go through this.
Claiming sexual assault or harassment against other men, including at least one other professional athlete. But after the Scottsdale police completed their investigation into her claim against me, she's the one being indicted for felony fraud. And not just against me, against another man as well. She made up bogus sexual assault claims and attempted to extort him too. And it gets worse. In my lawsuit against her, we subpoenaed a witness whom she knew for relevant documents to use in our case. And when she found out, she immediately made sexual assault claims against him too. Her MO is clear. Lie to men.
Wait a second. Yo, she went from she sued 3 people. 2 out of the 3 was a witness.
Yeah.
I think I think you pointed it out in the intro, that this is what you're referring to when you said later on you will see how it points out where people are weaponizing situations like this.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah,
because when we're talking about the Me Too movement, we're not talking about the cases, right? Individual SA cases. While we're talking about when we refer to the Me Too movement, we refer to people being canceled without due process.
Yeah.
Right? So professors getting fired from the universities, men getting canceled from from TV shows, movies, and so on and so forth, purely due to claims without hard evidence, without due process having taken place. You see that Disney learned its lesson in the Jonathan Majors case because it dropped Johnny Depp too early, and later on it became evident that Johnny Depp was actually, well, it was a toxic relationship altogether. But Johnny Depp was, yeah, but Johnny Depp was the victim in that instance, and in the case of Jonathan Majors, they did wait until there was a verdict before they dropped him. So you do see that in that case they waited on due process to take place. But Me Too is simply canceling someone based on claims, and Trevor Bauer was Me Too'd.
It was Me Too. Yes, twice. And I think I said it in the previous show. Sometimes free puss might be the most expensive stuff you might come across in life. Because
I think
twice
yeah.
by women he
think-
just encountered, probably you know them, or maybe you ran across them on the social media. Now you're minus 90 million.
Yeah.
You want to say something?
No, that's it. Let's continue with the video.
Yes.
To get their money, extort them if she must, and when they refuse to pay, stop paying or stop giving her what she wants, go to the police, accuse them of sexual assault, and file a civil suit against them to retaliate. And just so no one can say, well, he still has two other accusers, just because the first two are complete frauds doesn't mean the others are. Here's a couple facts about them. They both had lawyers first demand in excess of $3 million to not go public. In both cases, only after I refused to pay any sum of money did their lawyers make anonymous claims in the media. They both had the opportunity to file a criminal complaint against me. Neither of them did. They both had the opportunity to file a civil suit against me. Neither of them did. They both had the opportunity to participate in Lindsay Hill's civil suit against me. They could have even done so anonymously. They both refused. One of them even submitted a statement to the court stating that she never made public accusations against me. The other refused to participate so vehemently that Lindsay Hill took legal action against her, trying to force her to participate. She still refused. So they both had the opportunity to testify under penalty of perjury. Neither of them did. One can only wonder why. Perhaps it's because all their claims against me are lies. Now, it's been 2 years since these women and their lawyers attempted to weaponize anonymous claims in the media against me to take my money. I addressed them at the time, and as far as I'm concerned, it's in the past. But if there comes a time in the future where I need to defend myself further, I will not hesitate to do so. For now, there's no reason to speak further on this topic, though, because outside of Adana, who's now been indicted with felony fraud, there are no claims against me, no ongoing investigations, and no outstanding lawsuits. At this point, I'm not sure what else I can possibly do to prove my innocence in all this. I did not do what I was accused of. And every institution that our society is entrusted to rule on issues like these, like courts, judges, law enforcement officers, prosecutors, they all agree with me. They've rejected every single claim made against me, even going as far as charging one of my accusers with a felony. If any evidence of any of these claims actually existed, I would have been charged, or at the very least arrested. But that never happened. What else do I have to do to prove that this entire situation has been a massive lie? This is insane. At what point do I get to go back to work and continue earning a living?
Yeah.
Fair question.
The last was basically towards MLB. Because
MLB,
he's
yeah.
not in Japan. He's doing a great job there, winning games, still doing his job as a pitcher. But it seems like he's been persona non grata in the MLB. Excommunicado.
But
Right.
but he but he is playing, right?
He's playing. He's still playing in
Playing,
Japan. Yeah.
yeah.
But
Oh,
I
he's
mean,
playing in Japan and he wants to get back to the MLB, but
go
okay,
back.
got
I
it.
mean, the money. Let's be honest. The money in Japan isn't the MLB money.
No, because it's in yen, not dollars. I think that is it yen? Yeah, right. Tokyo is yen.
Yeah.
Right. No, I think it says enough. It speaks for itself.
Speaks for
And
itself.
it's a shame that someone like this needs to stay abroad, can't play. I mean, if
Salary
someone
money.
if someone is offering you $90 million, a $90 million contract, that means you can play ball. You're a very good pitcher, and to not be able to do so, yeah, it's
It's a sad thing. But Wishing Trevor all the best, man. I hope we can see you in MLB soon.
Yeah.
I hope. I really hope. At the end of the day, I don't think they will run it back because MLB will be. You know how it goes. It's admitting of defeat, and
Yeah.
one thing people don't like is admitting they were wrong.
Yeah. That's true.
It's set a precedent though. But hey, let's see. Let's see. Another guy who's also in a very big problem is Dak Prescott.
Yes.
Dak Prescott was sued by a woman also for a SA situation. And what happened now is that this lawsuit, which is, well, she's being accused of extorting him in one county, and she filed a lawsuit in another one. So what she did now is she moved the lawsuit from one county to the other. She dropped it in one county and moved it to another one where
Yes.
she's being countersued. So right now, everything is happening within the same county.
Yes.
It's crazy, man.
And
It's crazy.
yeah.
Want to say something?
It's just also a waste of time for athletes, right? So it's just a waste of time. This is not true. If it is true, as we always say, then you
Lock
should
him
suffer the
up.
consequences.
Throw away the
Yeah,
key.
yeah. So you should suffer the consequences. But because there are so many false alarms, it's basically common practice
Yep.
that meaning that athletes, celebrities, artists, people with money get accused of SA without any claims, without any evidence, and those claims turning out to being false. It really takes away the opportunity from the real victims to be heard when they come out and scream help. So yeah, we just need to wait and see how that uh, how that proceeds. We see again the one here with the $100 million lawsuit. It's like a common theme. And when Michael Irvin sued, which hotel was it? Which chain was it? Was it
Marriott.
Marriott?
Yeah, it was Marriott.
When he sued Marriott for them causing him to get canceled for a while, it was also for 100 million.
Yeah.
So it's just
The
the
difference
same
is
amount.
Marriott's a $1 billion entity, and Dak just got his 100 million last contract. So she's suing him for his whole paycheck.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
luck to Dak, man. If he didn't do it, I mean, it's that-
KR,
this-
are these athletes dating the same type of women? Is there like a
no.
pool?
I think I think we talked about this. I don't know if we talked about this in the show. This is what you get when you're dealing with regulars, or let's call them women that tend to be free in a sense. I think we talked about it. The what's the guy at the Pelicans who had this girlfriend,
Zion Williamson?
Zion? He had a woman on payroll.
Yeah.
Well, she's a woman. She's also
Okay,
a
so
professional.
yeah.
So if you don't have professionals, you get these kind of weird claims.
So you
That's
mean
what
these
I've
guys?
noticed.
Yeah, okay. So you're saying
And
that the best
the
way to handle
freedom,
it is to have like a transaction.
yes,
But
probably
but
a paid girlfriend in a sense.
uh,
Probably that's the best way to. And they sign a contract, you stay, and then when you split up, everyone happy. She's not feeling misused because she's being paid to be the girlfriend. I
yeah,
mean, I'm not saying this is the best way to do it, I'm just
it's like taking
saying
care, like
what
the
I'm
care package.
doing. It's a
Yeah.
care package. Yeah, if you do it for free, that's when you get this stuff.
So there are so there are groups. So let's if we can categorize the women, then you have the professionals, as you said, right? The
Professional girlfriends.
professional girlfriends who get paid. They're basically on payroll, or they get care packages for a
Even
period of
Danny
time.
has them. According to the lawsuit. I'm not saying according to the lawsuit, little S worker.
Yeah, so that's one group. The second
Yeah.
group of women are, let's say, the women who are not about the fast life. So because when you say regular women, I don't think about the women you're talking about. When you say regular women, I think of women who have
The barista
careers,
at the
who have
corner.
jobs. Yeah, women
Yeah.
who have like careers, jobs, etc. People who like have regular life. Those to me are regular women. And
Yes.
then you have hoes. And hoes are, they do the same thing as professionals with a very bad business model. So they don't get paid. And they're the ones that feel like they've been done wrong.
Done
Because the
wrong.
woman, yeah, because the professional, it's like an exchange, it's like an interaction.
304s
The
we see, by the way.
Yeah, the three of us, yeah. The regular woman doesn't come into contact with athletes, celebrities, etc., because she's doing like regular things, right?
Oh, they come in
But
contact. They come in
no,
contact.
no, no. Well, no, Kaya, because the
Look at
athletes goes to
yourself.
specific. No, athletes go to specific places, and
No, no, no.
regular women don't go to
You know
those
what?
places.
You know what the specific place is?
Where? What?
Do you know where people scout these days? If she has a couple of good pictures on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, they will slide in the
Yeah,
DM.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
what
yeah,
you're saying is it opens the Instagram has opened the market. What
yeah.
you're
But
saying,
even there are
it
some
doesn't
people who
mean
react to it and some don't.
yes.
So to me, let's say the regular women are the women that
It's a
the
spectrum.
regular women.
And there is
Yeah,
no. It's not a chart pie, a pie chart. It's a
yeah.
spectrum.
It's
Chart
not a
pie.
chart, but yeah, it's not a
Yeah.
chart, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is.
That pie chart. I was
Uh,
close.
and yeah, you were close. But so even if you have like IG, you have women that say no, thank you. They don't react to the DMs, or they do. And there are women who are not professionals who think, oh, this is a great opportunity for me to get a chart pie from fill in blank. And so
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I see. What kind of chart? What kind of pie is it? All white.
anyway, stop. It was just you didn't need to make it. I think the joke
All
spoke for
party.
itself,
All
man.
party.
The joke spoke for itself.
It's fully white.
Yeah. But yeah, so, and I think those women, indeed, maybe you're right. Maybe those women are the ones who had high expectations, didn't get what they want, and then
Well, I don't think they it's an expectation thing. They go into that
with that
situation
mindset.
with that mindset to sue or
Wow,
to get a baby.
wow, wow.
The
Okay.
expectation ones, I'll be honest, probably the expectation ones are the regulars. Because let's be honest, if I don't think majority of the women would respond. By the way, unless even if she has a girlfriend, but maybe not even if. But a lot of women would respond if a let's say if a well-known guy enters the DMs, they will respond.
Yeah, maybe
The
you're right.
question is if it will take the next level.
Do they
If
respond to you?
if she's well, I show up like Big Daddy, with the dollars to the professionals. Anyway, let's not go there. Let's not
Yeah,
talk
let's
about my
stop it.
personal business here at the top. We talk about other people's business. Let's. I'm gonna show. Let me see if I can find a video of how I roll. Let's on Thursday's show. On Thursday's show, I'm gonna show how I roll.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Hey, let's close out this show
Mm-hmm.
with the usual short
Short
thoughts
topics.
or
Yeah.
2 cents.
Yes. Yeah. This is where we give short responses on commonplace situations and trending news. Guys, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button, follow us on our socials, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. KR?
Yes, yes. A Brazilian woman wheels in her uncle's body into the bank for Jesus Christ. Hey, this is when you've been let's create a bitch with the previous topic. This is when you've been a 3 or 4 whole your life and you've been suing without result, and then you have to do this to your uncle. This is crazy. So the crazy story, I think it was a shocking video because it was revealed that a woman in Brazil, Brazil took her uncle into the bank to sign a loan, and the man has been with OJ or with Michael Jackson for a couple of hours already. Let's see how it looks, but I'm gonna say fair use, and this is you're not gonna see his face. So that video, you can search it up in X.
There's a video. There's a video with his face.
With his face, but this one it's blocked out. It's pixelated. It's pixelated. Let's take a look. Fair use. Oh! Why doesn't it play? As you can see, his hands is Uncle Powell.
Se o senhor quiser assinar. Se o senhor não assinar, não tem como. Eu não posso assinar pelo senhor.
She's trying to hold his head up, man.
Eu faço.
The man is gone already.
Igual o documento.
No shame.
Paulo Roberto Braga. O senhor segura forte pra caramba a cadeira aí. Ele não segurou, ele é forte.
Não vi.
Não,
A gente também.
This is crazy.
segura, tio.
No shame in her game, man.
Assina pra não me dar mais dor de cabeça, tem que ir no cartório, pra não ter nada aqui. Eu não gosto mais.
Eu acho que ele não tá legal.
Tio,
Ele não tá bem, não.
tá assistindo alguma coisa, mas ele não diz nada.
Eu acho que ele não tá bem, não.
A senhora tá sozinha?
Sim.
Ele não tá bem, não. Ó,
Oh man.
He doesn't look well. He's very pale. Guess what? The man has been out of here for a couple of hours already. But yeah,
Does the video? Do they realize in the video? Is that the video? The whole video?
okay, that's the
I don't
whole
want to.
video.
Okay, so they don't. Did the wait? I guess you don't know. Did the waitress find out
The waitress.
that person? Was that? Oh, that was the niece.
That was a niece.
Oh, she was playing.
She was trying to get a loan on his name for her.
Yeah,
Guess
but
what?
they're not in the bank there, right?
They're on the bank. They're in the bank. She's trying to
Thought-
sign. She was doing the whole talking, and then she tried. I mean, of course, he has to sign, right? Co-sign the loan. He's trying to co-sign the loan. Well, he's not trying to co-sign the loan. He's a corpse.
Oh,
Hey, yo, when you're struggling, people try the weirdest things, man. Imagine doing this
I thought they were at a restaurant. So I thought that store. I thought in that
No, man.
video they were at a restaurant, and she
No,
also went to a
man.
bank, but that was the bank.
Look at this at the back. In the back, people are sitting there, right? You can see
Yeah, you're right.
they're in the bank. It's crazy. This is crazy. She got arrested, by the way, and they're trying
Of
to
course she did.
investigate right now whether she was the only one in this scam or whether she's part of a gang or not. But hey, man, we're trying. They thought maybe if I'm gonna say this, but I don't mean it, by the way. But if Biden can do it, I can do it too. If Biden can win an election with it, if Biden can win an election with it, I can do it
Wait.
with a bank loan.
Well, are you doing KR?
I'm not
KR.
saying I don't.
KR,
Hey, it's just
are
a
you doing-
play on the conspiracy. I'm not saying I believe in it. I'm just playing with the cards I've been dealt.
Are you?
Hey, it's a good premise. I mean, it's a good premise.
Are you doing? Are you doing the talking or the sleeping? This is like the real. This is the real life weekends at Bernie's, man. Jeez.
Oh man. Hey, big shout out to everyone. First of all, big shout out to everyone who lost their uncle in the World War II while they were flying over Papua New Guinea, and they got ate by the locals like chicken. Oh man, yo, that story is crazy. Shout out to Joe, man. Joe got them stories, man. What happens is so real. Talking about chicken, outrage over Netflix reckless unlocked experiment. Final story, man. So there is this Netflix experiment where they basically gave inmates, including the leaders, the run of a prison. It's an experiment that's been, and they've been recording it. So, according to the latest update, well, let me explain the experiment first. Unlocked. It's a jail experiment, follows an experiment by Pulaski County Sheriff Eric Higgins that sees the inmates allowed to seemingly roam free inside of the Pulaski County Jail in Little Rock after their cells are unlocked for days. So they can do whatever they want to. People were drinking booze, making booze, smoking cigarettes, or maybe crack, I don't know, and also running the prison. Apparently, according to this news article, and I'm going to show it because otherwise people will say you're making it up in a lawsuit. This is from dailymail.uk. Officials are probing a $60,000 payment made by the producers of Netflix for this show, as a mother of one of the star's alleged victims slams the project. So apparently, mothers' families are ends up in the air because people were probably getting punched, violated. In jail, everything goes right.
But did something explicitly happen, or are they just mad about the whole premise?
About the whole premise, they are trying to get to see what happened here, how this happen, because of course you're giving everyone a free reign. You can do whatever you want to. Open up the cells.
Do you know what we call this?
And let the baddest survive.
Yeah.
Hierarchy.
This is what we call
Okay.
this is indeed what we call an experiment. But I think it's a experiment to let you know what would happen in a state if we were in a state of anarchy. Because we usually think, KR, that we have rights. I have the right to do this. I have the right to do that. I saw someone saying something last 3 months ago. It was on a short, so I don't know who the person is or whatever. But he said something that really resonated with me as a lawyer. Because I always thought about it, but I never quite formulated it. It like this: laws are not rights are not inherent to people. You fight for rights. You earn rights. You earn a right. And so, in a state of anarchy, where there's no control, and someone wants to fight you, and he pushes you, you say, "I have the right to my integrity, and you are not allowed to hit me." If there are no rules, who said anything about hitting?
Before you do it, before you know it, you're on the ground fighting for your right to live.
Yeah, so I think maybe this will be used as an experiment to say to show, hey, guys, we need
more jails.
We do need to fund the police.
The ones we can fund, and the ones that might have investors.
Yes.
If anyone is looking for investors, I'm not gonna say. I'm just kidding. Hey guys,
Hey, guys, yeah, thank you. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching and listening. Whatever your thoughts are, please let us know in the comment section below. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button, share the video with your friends, your family, and your enemies. Follow us on our socials, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Let's have a healthy conversation in the comment section below. Until next time, peace.
peace. Good luck to everyone we talked about. Some of them
Yeah.
might end up in jail.
Or on a Netflix series.
Oh.